I hope you like that soup. Thank you, thank you. It's our latest creation. We are partner on the side note. We are partner with Under Armour. We are food service partner with them. We run their food service. We have a cafe inside their headquarters in Tide Point, and we actually build a cafe for them, and we operate that cafe. We have been there now for 4 years, and it's an incredible company that is really driven by creativity, and we live in their shadow, and we try to do ourselves to be as creative as possible and deliver a superior product to be on the cutting edge of our industry. So anyway, I wanted to, before we start this course, I wanted to tell you a little story about Southern France. But what you should know about Southern France is that we are well known for storytelling. We had many authors that have gained national, sometimes international reputation for their storytelling. Story from Southern France are rarely true. And when they are true, they are widely exaggerated. But nobody cares, because the only thing they want is a story that makes them laugh. But what's interesting is that the narrator always insists by saying true story. They always say that. So I'm going to tell you a true story myself. So first, before the story, I have to talk to you a bit about my experience. I've been in America 35 years, and when people talk wrongly about France, I always have tendency to defend my native country. But amazingly, it happened pretty rarely. The only place it happened is in my own home, where my culture is attacked. Where I have an American wife and 3 American kids, 2 teenagers, and the younger one worse than a teenager. And sometimes she tell me, the youngest one, she tell me, Papa, in America, we don't eat the chicken tender with fork and knife. Same thing for the pizza. We eat it with our hand, She doesn't make me feel like I'm from a different continent. Make me feel like I'm from a different planet, Once we were at Einstein Coffee on Sunday morning, and I get a coffee. Coffee was very hot. So I go by the soda dispenser, and with my hand, I just grab like 1 ice cube to put it in. So she tell me, Papa, in America, we put the cup underneath. So I told her, well, us in France, we don't like to put the coffee underneath because then the ice falls and it splashes on you. And what do they do in America about that? She said, in America, we drink the coffee hot. That's it. 9 years old. So that's what happened in America. But when I'm in France, if anyone say anything wrong about America, I defend America. So we were in a winery, and so I was with my wife, and so we speak English, and in France they don't know I have an accent, because French people and foreign language, it's not their forte, and when they speak a foreign language, usually they live abroad. We're not sure it's to evade the taxes or to evade each other, but that's usually what happens. So we were drinking some wine, and some guy come and he tell me, so you like French wine? And so I say, yeah, actually I do like it. And he say, in America you don't have good wine. So I say, well, I didn't want to start, So I say, well, and then he say, the guy was insistent, He say, in America, it's just a trend to drink wine. It's like once coffee was a cheap beverage for truck driver. Now in America it's a lifestyle drink. So I felt my home country was attacked. So I told him, and there were several of them by then, and I told them, you know, actually, all the vine around this winery and around this whole country are American vine. So he said, what are you talking about? You know? So in America, some people know that, but in France, nobody know that because they took that out of the history book, you know? So I tell him, you know, in 1850, some American imported some vine from America, and for many, actually, it started in 1700, so for many years, it was fine, but in 1850, they started to have steamship. So the vine came to Europe a lot faster, and it was infested with a sort of a fly called Phylloxera. And that fly attacked the roots of the vine and killed it. So the pest proliferated, killed just about the whole French vine and most of Europe. Actually, vine from the old world don't exist anymore. So it killed the economy, cost them about $10 billion. So you can believe in 1850, $10 billion, how much that was. Literally killed the wine business in France. And an American called, I forget his first name, but last name was Riley, came up with the idea that they could graft American vine to French plants, and the American vine, being resistant to the pest, it will eventually produce. So he went ahead and did that, and it worked. And within 20 years, they rebuilt the whole industry. But the industry was built with American vine. So they were like kind of surprised, you know? And it was a woman, actually, was in a group, a really nice looking woman, actually. And I forgot to tell you that when I felt that we were attacked, I told them, you know, I'm going to explain you that in French, you know. So they still thought I was American. So I told them in French. And the woman was looking at me, and I see that she was giving me soft eyes, you know. She said, oh, you speak French very well. And I said, thank you. And she said, where did you learn French? So I didn't want to disappoint her. So I told her, well, I learned in school. So she said, oh, you must have good school in America. I said, yeah, we do. So all the men who were there, not only they were furious because I had given them that sermon, but on top of that, they were jealous of me. So one of the guy came up and he said, so your idea is that you came from America, poisoned our vine, and then you replace them with American vine, and now you say that you're saving us. I say, well, you know, kind of. Really? And I told my wife, you know, let's move on because this conversation is going to turn sour. But still, when we were like close to the door, kind of safe, I turn around and I say, you know, that wasn't the last time that we saved you. So that was the story. Whatever is true, true story. You can Google it when you get home. So we're going to move on to the next course. So the wine that we're going to have is actually from Chateau Pigoudet. It's going to be a white wine this time. It's very refreshing. It's a light wine. Château Pigoudet is in Aix-en-Provence, which is only 20 miles for where I lived in Marseille. And it's an excellent wine, and I hope you're going to enjoy that. And I'll come back for the next course.